It was a routine US Navy patrol in the Caribbean that turned into one of the most tense military standoffs of the decade. 20 minutes that would test technology, discipline, and the nerves of every sailor on board. Two Venezuelan Su-30 fighter jets armed with Russian anti-ship missiles closed in on a United States Navy destroyer, and what happened next left defense analysts stunned. But to understand how it all unfolded, we need to start in space. 350 kilometers above Earth, orbiting silently at the edge of the atmosphere, a KH-11 reconnaissance satellite scanned the surface with astonishing precision. These satellites can read markings on aircraft, even license plates, from space. But that day, it wasn't looking for details. It was looking for intent. At Venezuela's La Orchila Air Base, something changed. Fuel trucks moved. Maintenance crews rushed. Pilots climbed into cockpits. Two Su-30 Mk2 flankers, Venezuela's most advanced fighter jets, were being armed. The satellite caught every moment, and then the real warning appeared beneath their wings. KH-31 supersonic anti-ship missiles. These weren't training rounds. These were live missiles, designed to punch holes through destroyers, frigates, carriers, anything that floats. At Mach 3.5, they don't glide, they hunt. Someone in Venezuela had made a decision. Today they would test the United States. Far below, the USS Thomas Hudner, a $2 billion Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, sliced through calm Caribbean water. Its crew believed it would be a routine patrol. Same blue ocean, same temperature, same mission. But this ship isn't routine. Inside its hull sits Aegis, one of the most sophisticated combat systems ever created. Think of it as a supercomputer designed for war. It monitors sea, air, and space, all at once, predicting threats before humans even see them. Yet even the Aegis has limits. That's why 500 kilometers away, an E-2D Hawkeye early warning aircraft orbited high above, its huge rotating radar dish scanning the horizon. One job: find trouble before trouble finds the ship. And then it happened. Two unidentified aircraft. Low altitude. Direct intercept course. Weapons detected. The countdown started. 20 minutes to contact. Inside the destroyer, the Combat Information Center shifted from quiet routine to razor-sharp focus. Screens lit up with radar plots. The SLQ-32 electronic warfare suite began analyzing digital signatures. No one yelled. No one panicked. Every sailor understood the weight of the moment. Then a voice cut through the room. Identity confirmed. Two Venezuelan Su-30s, armed with KH-31 missiles. Just like that, training ended. Reality began. If you were standing there, what would you feel? Anger? Fear? Determination? Comment your answer. I'm curious how you'd react. The Su-30s suddenly dropped their nose and accelerated. Two missiles separated from their wings. Vampire. 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 Missiles inbound. For a split second, time froze. The KH-31s tore across the surface of the ocean at Mach 3.5, faster than a bullet. Their guidance systems scanned for the destroyer, skimming just above the waves to hide from radar. Venezuela expected chaos, panic, scrambling. Instead, the Thomas Hudner didn't fire a single weapon. The SLQ-32 electronic warfare suite activated and began feeding false data directly into the missile's guidance systems. Decoys were deployed. Clouds of metallic chaff and radiant heat flares filled the sea and sky. To the Venezuelan missiles, the ocean suddenly had multiple destroyers. The first KH-31 fell for the trap. It veered away and slammed into the sea, convinced it found the ship. One missile down. No missile fired, no ammunition used. just pure electronic deception. But the second missile kept coming. The second KH-31 pushed through the deception and aimed itself back at the real destroyer. The Aegis system made a decision. Vertical launch cells opened. A Standard Missile 6 shot into the sky. Imagine the speed. It travelled faster than 12 football fields end to end every second. At the edge of the sky, the SM-6 dove and collided head-on with the incoming missile. A flash, a shockwave, nothing remained. You'd think that would be the end, but instead of retreating, the Venezuelan pilots launched 2 more KH-31 missiles. This time, they fired inside the SM-6 engagement range, too close for long-range interceptors. Only one line of defense remained. ESSM, the Evolved Sea Sparrow missile. 4 missiles launched. 4 white trails traced the sky. 1 KH-31 vaporized instantly. The last missile was hit, but not destroyed. It tumbled toward the ship, a 500-kilogram steel warhead falling at terrifying speed. 5 seconds from impact. 4. 3. The destroyer unleashed its final defense. The CIWS, a 6-barrel Gatling gun firing tungsten rounds at 4,500 RPM. A wall of metal shredded the remaining missile into dust. Silence. 4 missiles fired, 4 defeated. 0 damage, not a scratch. The Venezuelan jets turned back. No radio call, no taunt, no bravado, just silence. Because they learned something that day. You don't challenge the United States Navy unless you're ready to lose. This wasn't luck. It was training. It was discipline. It was the ability to stay calm under pressure. Modern naval warfare isn't about who fires the first shot. It's about who controls the information, the timing, the decision. If you were in command that day, what decision would you make? Tell me in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you like stories where technology, tension, and military strategy collide, make sure you stay connected. The next incident is already unfolding somewhere at sea.